I'm trying to be a tambourine on Sunday, okay? Just clap, clap, clap. That's what I want. I'm drunk. I don't give a Wait, that's me, Joyce. You might know me for being your local internet bestie, confidant, or badass. But there's one thing you might not know about me. I've never had a boyfriend. Welcome to my room. You know that I've never had a boyfriend before. And this week, I'm challenging myself to find love like in a fan fiction, a romance, a meet cute, main character energy. Fan fictions are stories on known characters that are created by the fans. The story always starts off so subtly. Like that the main character is having their own ambitions or they're trying to figure out life and then they stumble onto that person. It's that meet cute moment. Here's the issue. I have really high standards. I'm a fangirl, fan fiction writer, and I've been watching romances before I even knew how to speak. But I feel like in the moment, it could be kind of daunting. You're going about your day and then you suddenly meet the one? That sounds intense. So with the help of my best friend Lindsay, we're going to be spending the week putting myself out there and creating the most ideal situations to find love. I mean, why not? I ain't got nothing else to do.
Joyce?
Yes, hi.
My name's Monique Kelly. I'm a dating coach.
Wow.
And I am here to help you live your best dating life.
It's really hard for me because I've always been a very much a situationship, fling kind of person.
And why nothing serious yet?
I just feel like for me, as a tall, dark-skinned, plus-size Black woman, I'm never allowed femininity, I'm never allowed softness, and the people that do show interest in me just want a savior and someone who's strong, and I've never been with someone that I could rely on. All the people that I was seeing, I didn't feel it. I couldn't settle. I'm a fangirl. I want to feel the love and the romance that I see every day walking through life.
I always like to tell people, out of all the millions and millions and millions of people in the world, you just need one, the one that's perfect for you. So they do exist. It is possible to meet that guy that's in the rom-com in your head. Let's talk about what you are looking for, your ideal man.
I already know I already know my dream man, the man I dream about.
Okay.
The man that I want more than anything is RM from BTS.
What is it about him that you love?
I love that he's hardworking. I love that he loves art. I love that. I'm such an art hoe. I love
you like
going to
art,
galleries.
okay. It is so okay to have a preference of what you like. A lot of times people are like, lower your expectations, lower your standards. Now, if your list again was like, you know, he needs to have blue eyes, he has to do all this, then we would have a lot more to work with.
I really need advice because I do want to know what it's like to have that perfect meet cute.
You are now the main character in this rom-com movie. You like reading, you like art museums. These are all great places to meet men. I want you to write the first chapter in the Joyce rom-com movie. What does it look like? How does it play out? Who's the guy that you see from across the room? I don't want you going into this, Joyce. I don't want you going into this talk about, well, I'm gonna try this. I'm not gonna meet anybody or they're not gonna. No, we're gonna go into it like, you know what? This might actually work. There she is.
Here I am. My book's not even. The first place I would love to find my dream partner is a bookstore.
So we're headed to a bookstore today.
And my goal is to have a meet cute. Like, we talked to the therapist and I was like, okay, but now I feel like today I'm like, holy poop balls.
Do we need to start channeling the open to love,
Open to love, open to love. I think the bookstore is the most classic place to find somebody.
It kind of is.
People who read books, you know, they're willing to have deep conversations about things. Also, they're probably financially well off if they're at a bookstore on a Tuesday morning.
True.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's giving me, you know, the beginning of a meet cute. Beautiful single girl walks into small town bookstore. Her hand drags over each and every single book.
Ooh.
She's lost in the story. And when she goes to pull a book out, the book falls. And then there are a pair of hands that touches her as she reaches for the book. And the love story begins.
Chills.
Joyce, go.
I'm gonna hide in this corner.
I went incognito. I should have brought my sunglasses.
You should have brought your sunglasses. Walking around in the bookstore, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I'm scared. At least I don't have to worry about my breath smiling because I'm wearing a mask. I'm manifesting a 6'3" God to come into this bookstore. I feel like on the outside I seem very cool, but on the inside it's like,
So when you're at the bookstore, you can say, you know, what are you reading? Or, you know, that looks good. Someone told me about that, blah, blah, blah. And start the conversation. And again, take your time and just be natural with it, right?
dance my nerves away.
We waited for anybody to come through the door. Did anyone come?
People came.
See that guy over there with the pen?
Oh yeah.
Do you like him?
No, he's cute. He looks like every TikTok star. But you know, girls' girlfriend night.
That's his girlfriend?
Oh yeah, they were holding hands when he walked in.
We've seen some men,
We are.
but one of them had a wedding ring. The other one we're questioning the sexuality. Then another guy was too short.
I know that even though I didn't immediately get to meet someone, I was so proud of myself because I feel like I got to warm up and I felt like I was ready and excited to see what would happen next. Will I find love? Just playing. I love myself.
I want you to start looking in the grocery store. There,
I find love at Trader Joe's.
I'm telling you,
I'm at the grocery store and Lindsay is not with me. I'm on my own.
if a man has a big ass cart, generally speaking, that means that he's in a relationship or married.
Okay.
Okay, small basket, few items here and there, he is usually single.
This is hard. So that's one guy, but I could barely see his face and he's wearing sunglasses.
You go to the grocery store and everyone's like choosing food and you're like choosing.
A girl's gotta eat. It's hard in the real world. Tinder's so easy. Something interesting happened. I went into the freezer section and then I see this really cute guy. What are you looking for? You're looking at him, so I was like, I was gonna get him. That's why I asked.
I ain't never had them, but people tend to get them a lot.
I want to keep it healthy, but what's your name? I'm Joyce. Nice to meet you. Guys, I did it. I talked to someone cute at the grocery store.
Okay, well, did you ask for his number?
No. Monique reminded me that if they don't ask for my cell phone number, then they're not interested, which is totally cool. And I know that my tambourines will be clapped like Sunday morning by someone who's probably taller and hotter. We are outside the art gallery. Woo! Finding love in the art gallery is peak Joyce. I love art boys. Art boys? Art boys? I love boys who love art. I just feel like this is very much giving RM BTS, art who like me. I have the same dream every night of meeting the love of my life in the art gallery. I walk into the gallery midday because I have nothing to do and I have high credit score. And I'm looking at the most beautiful piece of art, lost in the texture, the design, the collage, the acrylic paint. And someone comes up to me and they look at the painting and they say something beautiful. And we look at each other and the love story begins. And no one was there.
Not a single soul.
Just pretend you're dating yourself today. I'm gonna go pretend I'm not with you and let's do this.
Let's do this.
Honestly, we had fun.
I'm scouting for men, but really there's none.
We had a BFF date kind of by the end of it.
What do you see?
Something like this.
I can definitely see that. Even though there isn't a lot of people here, I definitely have to say that this is one of the most romantic dates I've ever been on.
These are all just steps to love yourself more and to just put yourself out there in these situations that you wouldn't have before.
I still kind of got the feeling that something great is gonna happen. I'm gonna play both parts. Oh my God, look at that piece of art. Joyce, you're the piece of art. But our love is forbidden. No, you're forbidden. And then I ran away.
For our finale meet
cute. I decided to host a little open mic night.
I am getting ready and I am definitely feeling the nerves. I'm gonna perform a poem. I'm wearing like this cute all black outfit. Gotta make sure I lotion my legs. But I feel like this week, like going to all these places, even though there wasn't like people there, I really felt like I was looking at myself from a new perspective, you know? And I'm so excited for this open mic night.
Hello everybody, welcome to open mic night.
I invited some eligible bachelors because the pickings have been dry thus far.
We've been in a lot of empty places.
We have some awesome performances today, so let's give it up for our first performer.
Hey guys, his name's Kopaloff, and this poem is called Perfect. I don't mean to say in any way that you had to be, that I wanted you to be, that you needed to be perfect. Human means we're flawed. Made and created to do great things, to achieve the extraordinary, but we get caught up.
My first impression of KP is that he was a great poet. I'm not gonna lie. Once he said poetry, I was like, purr.
I wasn't looking to this world's test. Amber tone, curvaceous hips, hypnotic eyes, luscious lips. Nah, those things aren't on my list. Perfect on the screen, that's not perfect to me.
When he's talking about, I love you just as you are, girl, I said,
You're not perfect. And you see, that's what makes you perfect to me.
Hey everybody, I'm Sterling Perez. Today I'm going to do a little piece. It's a little bit of hip hop. I left my notepad and went off the brain. I got a new passport and went on the plane. I ran it up, it was part of the plan. And I share the world with my brothers, their gang.
Sterling is cool. Sterling's like the kind of guy I would have been obsessed with when I was like 21. Like he wears like the jeans with the zippers. He has the dreads.
I put the team on my back, Hercules. I'm Superman and my chick's Lois Lane. In every word that I say, cause I mean it. And I dropped out of school, now they think I'm a genius.
And I loved his rap. As soon as I heard his rap, purr, meow, 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 purr, meow, 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 meow.
I ran it up, it was part of the plan. Now I share the world with my brothers, the gang. Thank you.
Everyone did amazing performances. They're doing the thing, they're living in their art, and I go up there. I was so nervous. My stomach was in knots. My hands were sweating. I felt like I was that girl who was 14 again. Love is a game that I've never really played, but I know what love looks like. It's the smile my father makes when he looks at my mother. The soft kisses of young lovers outside the club. My friends holding their hearts in their hands to those that can never love them enough. It's a disagreement with all the wrong words, but all the right intentions. Love is wishing for the right person at the wrong time. There are parts of myself, because of trauma, that are closed off. And every word that came out my mouth, it was like, am I allowed to speak? Is this okay? Maybe I need to forget love. Then I see her in the glint of the eyes of my friend's smiles. In the moment of which someone reaches out to someone without hesitation. Love is a game that I've never really played, but maybe I should. Thank you.
I really like Joyce's poem, especially as a poet. I love her emotions and how it was coming from a place of vulnerability.
She touched on some subjects that I personally would never do on stage. I might cry or something. Like, it really opened your eyes to her vulnerable side.
It felt good, and I said it. I'm proud of myself for that.
Everyone wore their heart on their sleeve. It was just a really vulnerable environment, and I think it was very romantic. Anyway.
So after the open mic night was done, I remember what Monique said, and I started a conversation with the guy. I really enjoyed your poem.
Well, thank you.
When you do poetry, you're very confident.
Yeah, that has to do with like my art. And when I did my poetry, it was like a devotion for me. I'd learn more about myself the more I did it.
My conversations with KP were really great. He told me to keep writing poetry.
It was really cool.
So it sounds like in your desperation, you started taking from a well that you've been filling up. My advice, keep digging from that well until it's empty. So that
So that what?
So that well can be filled up with greater things. So that's my advice
Don't
to
be
you.
speaking all that poetry be whoa. Gonna make a
So
girl
keep doing
cry
it.
at the function.
And then when I saw you talking to Sterling, you guys were laughing so much. It was so cute.
So how did you get into rap? Like, I loved your rap.
It's a crazy story. I don't know if you're ready for it.
Hey.
So when I was younger, I wanted to do music, and my dad caught me rapping one day with my friend, and he told me that I would never be as big as Biggie Smalls. Like, I naturally just became a Tupac fan. Yeah. And I moved to California.
He told me almost his full life story, and we had intellectual conversations about art and music and Basquiat and film.
Oh, look, this is my favorite tattoo.
Basquiat. I have all of his books. I went to his last showing.
My first impression of Joyce was a really open person. You can tell where her heart is.
I really thought she had a very childlike spirit. She welcomes you into the room.
It was so interesting because both of them individually asked for my Instagram.
Meeting Joyce tonight made me really feel like we can definitely be friends.
Yeah, I would definitely love to hang out with Joyce again outside of Mike Night. Maybe we could check out some art museums or a movie.
I have seen you go from just making jokes about this video to now fully having put yourself out there. And it's so magical to watch because I just feel like this is the beginning.
Putting yourself out there and doing it over and over again, eventually you're going to get a result from that. Embrace the uncomfortable.
After this whole experience, like, maybe something will come of it and maybe something won't. But at the end of the day, everyone deserves to feel like the main character in their own fan fiction, their own love story, their own romance.
You feel like that, Joyce?
Hell yeah.
Twerk, 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 twerk.